This is what I deserve. This is why I'm here. This is what God has put into my heart, and I trust that, and I trust and I know that God is going to unfold everything. This is just the old story getting pushed out so I can let it go. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, I'm Kim, this is Core Union. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about resistance and a little bit about how we get in the way of our manifestations by insistently looking at not seeing the evidence in our reality. This is a subject that I keep having to return to and touch on because some of you guys just aren't understanding how this is all actually working and what the whole point of the mechanism is. Let's say that you're manifesting money. You're affirming for having money. You're doing all the inner work. You are feeling it. You're living in the end of it. You're feeling abundant. You're feeling wealthy. You're feeling strong. You're feeling powerful. You're feeling rich. And then all of a sudden you get hit with an unexpected expense. You get hit with something that just literally, it feels like it deflated you. And you look at that and you see that as being somehow proof of your manifestation not becoming solidified, or that somehow you missed it, or somehow it's not working for you, or that you don't understand this. But here's the key that you are missing completely. The thing that just came up that's unexpected is giving you the opportunity to show yourself if you have shifted. Because when you shift, your reality shifts. It is a mirror. And this process of resistance, who knows how long it's going to take. So when you guys keep asking, how long is this going to take? That is you being in resistance, because you're not quite getting that time is not of your concern, and your concern in time is the resistance. Okay, I hope this is landing for you. So when you are affirming for something and you get the opposite, so in terms of money, you're affirming for something and you get the opposite, you get exactly the opposite, and you fall for it and you say, why did that just happen? This doesn't make sense. I literally just affirmed for having all sorts of money, and now I get hit with just the opposite, because that opposite is your old fear and doubt around money getting pushed out. It has to be shown to you to give you a chance to say, okay, I see this. I don't believe you anymore. I see you. You're my fear. You're my doubt. You're seeing it as the bill, the unexpected expense, the opposite. But what you're not seeing is it's just your fear being objectified, being solidified in reality, being pushed out so you can say, no, thank you. This is just the purge. I don't trust you. I don't believe you. What do I trust and believe? This. And you just persist. And in fact, if you can really dig your heels in and really dig your heels in that moment and say F you to whatever that unexpected thing is or the opposite result, if you can do that, stare your fear in the face and say, you know what? I don't trust you anymore. I'm not subscribing to this. I'm unsubscribing to this. I am trusting in this instead. I know this is just bull. I'm not falling for it. And if you can, in that moment, actually get excited and see it as, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. I am here for this right now. I am here for this, and I'm looking at this in the face and saying, no, I'm not falling for this. I know that this is what I deserve. This is why I'm here. This is what God has put into my heart, and I trust that, and I trust and I know that God is going to unfold everything. This is just the old story getting pushed out so I can let it go. Giving me a chance not to attach to it, because I know when I attach to it, I've identified with it. And when I've identified with it, that is my self-concept, and it's going to have to keep showing itself over and over and over again. So this means both opposite results, and if you continually notice the lack of any results, nothing is happening, you see no movement, but you're constantly looking every day at no movement. So you are manifesting no movement. Okay, so what do you do with that? If it's that you're not hearing from somebody, you're so excited because you're constantly hearing from them. You guys are having the best communication. Okay. I love our communication. I love how close we are. I love how connected we are. And if you guys say, but this is hard, I'm sorry, that is where, I have to just say, suck it up, buttercup. This is the shift. This is getting through. This is persisting. This is trusting. This is letting go of your ego. And this is becoming who you truly are, your divine nature. You weren't put here to suffer. You were not put here to suffer, okay? You are greater than all of this, okay? You are so much greater than all of this. You are everything. You are creating all of these experiences so you can come into who you truly are, okay? Your divine nature is beyond the physical form. It's beyond the ego. It's beyond your little personality, okay? I wanted to tell one story regarding money. I thought about this last night and I thought this could help somebody. So this goes back a few years ago. I was working my retail store. I was still not in my full, complete understanding fully, but I was probably bringing in about $100,000 a month. So weekly, I would bring in about $25,000. But I still had this limiting belief that I couldn't leave the store. I couldn't have the life that I wanted. So I really wanted to go. My favorite place in the US is Provincetown. I love it there. It's free. It's fun. It is just like, everything about it is just perfect. Okay. If you guys haven't been to Provincetown, I highly recommend you visiting. It is just such a liberating, amazing place to be. All year round, by the way. So I really wanted to go for a week, and I was concerned. I was worried because the amount of money that I had in the bank and the amount of bills that were due, let's just say I had $30,000, $40,000 in the bank, but there was like $50,000, $60,000 due in a very short amount of time. And I was like, okay, I need to have at least, I don't know how many thousands of dollars for me to feel comfortable in doing this. So of course, as soon as I started to get stressed out about the time element, because I went ahead and booked a week in the penthouse suite of my favorite place to stay when I went there at the time. So of course I started to get nervous, and now resistance is starting to show, and now the opposite is starting to show, and now all these unexpected expenses are coming up on top of that. Customers, for some reason, it's suddenly slow. Suddenly, it's really slow in the store, and for the few people that are coming in, they're not pulling the trigger on their orders. So after a couple days of this, and now I'm just a few days away from needing this very large sum of money, or I perceived needing it, okay? That's a key. I just caught myself and I realized exactly what was happening. So I pulled myself back. I reminded myself of all of the things that I'm trying to teach you guys now. Okay, I'm just seeing the opposite of this so it can show itself, so I can not subscribe to it, so I can know that this is just purging and make a new choice. Okay, so I did that right up until the day before I was leaving. Money wasn't coming in. But guess what happened? Because I didn't fall for it. One customer came in, and it was like a $23,000, $24,000 sale. So right up until the last minute of being at work, right up until then, I continued to persist, and boom, there it was. Okay. So now in that time, I booked the suite already. I was wrapping up everything as if I was going. Okay. I was prepping my employees. I was notifying the people I needed to notify. I was calling customers just to give them final updates, since I wasn't going to be available, letting them know, don't call me in the next week. Don't come by because I'm not going to be here. I was going through my pile of things and tying up loose ends. Because if that customer hadn't happened, if that customer hadn't come in, I wouldn't have felt comfortable leaving. Okay. So I love you guys. I hope this video helps you. I hope it's exactly what you needed. Comment down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.